All right, Mama.
All right. Can they see?
Y'all
see me, people?
Yes.
We're walking by faith and not by sight.
Yes, yes, yes.
We're going to be in this field in 22.
Yes, we are.
All right. So let me put the pennies in.
Hold those.
Here they go.
Apostle Swiman,
13 pennies.
when you obey the prophet, y'all remember this moment.
Yes.
Prophet
When
was
we
born.
obey the prophet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Can you tell us how this ministry has blessed you, blessed your life? You know, where you have seen yourself come from and where you are.
I'll be here all night. When I first came to this ministry, when I met Bishop, he was pastor then. He moved me from Atlanta to way over here in Lithonia without a car. And he was like, you can do this. I'm like, Bishop, I cannot do this. But to make a long story short, I am very grateful to be here, Hope for Tomorrow, for 10 years. And I was catching a cab every day to work, $45 a day, there and back, because there was no bus on my line. But with Pastor Donnis McCoy and Bishop McCoy, I was with a car I already paid for. I had to get my own insurance. It's just that the blessing. I had no license. No license. No license. But
we gave her a car though. We trusted that she was gonna get that license.
Yes. So he kept pushing me to go get my license. I finally got my license. Yes. But one thing about Hope for Tomorrow, they are givers and they're true believers. If you can trust in anybody, you can trust and hope for tomorrow, because their heart is so just outstanding with the giving and the loving, and they have pushed me a long way because
we are here on the ground of our miracle.
Yes.
And so we are here with Pooh and Kerry.
Yes.
Y'all, they have been with us for how long?
10 years.
10 years.
It been more than that?
London is 9.
Oh, London is 9.
London is 9. We were there 2 years before we had her.
Yeah, 12 years.
And so, you guys have been here for a long time.
Yes.
Can you all talk about how the ministry has blessed y'all, and just from where y'all were and just how y'all now? I mean, come on, tell the testimony.
Well, I'm gonna start out saying that my first lady blessed me with my wonderful husband because I was afraid to get married, and she was like, that's not what the Lord said. That's one. And just being around these two, knowing that my marriage is gonna be strong, me being closer to God.
Yes.
You're doing very well. Keep going.
It brought Kerry out the street. Bishop McCoy was on him left and right, like, this is not for you. So that pulled him in even closer, because you really can't find too many leaders that will bring a man in right by his side.
It's a big blessing to be up under this ministry. Make sure you go to the right ministry, because it's important, especially on your life. Because when you connect to the right people, it shows upon your life, and being with them, you get to see how they live their lives. They don't just say it, they live it. They don't just talk about it in the pulpit, they live it. So it's a great thing to see that going on their daily lives, and I like how transparent they are. And it's just a great blessing. Like she said, they blessed us with a car, and they blessed us in many other ways, not just cars, but they blessed us a lot of ways. And they're great seed sowers. A lot of leaders, they might have your best interests at heart, but I don't think a lot of them do. But being up under this ministry, you can tell they love us. They love us. They'll fight for us. They'll go toe to toe for us and everything. That's why I love this ministry.
More married couples, we're expecting more youth to come. God is expanding and enlarging our testimony, our territory. We want you guys to be a part.
I been at this ministry now. August will make 6 years. And my husband, he's been here, what, February is 2 years? Yeah.
I've been about 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 years.
And Bishop and Pastor Donnis have been such a blessing to us, encouraging us and pushing us in our marriage, helping us stay together. They on us, but that's a blessing. They want to see your marriages work. Okay,
Yes.
They know what the Lord said. We are one. I thank God for the man of God. He has opened up doors, job-wise, financial doors. He has been a blessing to me. Okay, in that area, he has opened up opportunities for me to work and get paid more than I ever have with him, and he was a blessing, and it was in a time of need, and I just thank God for him for coming in at that time. It was right on time.
So, I've been at Hope for Tomorrow for about, 2 years now. I first came, Bishop laid his hands on me. I felt welcome. I seen a lot of men in the church. The brotherhood here, is you're gonna have a brother when you come here. You're gonna connect with somebody that's a man. You need, any manly, friendships or connections, this is the place to be. Bishop and Pastor Donnis helped me tremendously, in my spiritual walk, prayers, advice, wisdom. Because before I came to church, I was just out there. I don't know where.
He was in the streets. It was in them streets.
I don't know where I would have been. But and Bishop, helped me start, trucking. I drive trucks now for
Yes. Woo, woo, woo. Yes.
Listening to him, always, listen to your leaders because, they only just want, they want the best for you.
So we've been here almost a year. We haven't been here a year, and when we was looking for ministries to come to, we didn't think we was coming here. But me and my wife, we prayed because we wanted God to lead us somewhere where He would want us to be, not what we wanted to be. So we are here by the voice of God. So with that being said, from the first time that we met, I was in need of a kidney. I was in renal failure. They prayed for me every single Sunday, checked up on me, stand in agreement with me, gave me scriptures to stand on, stood on scriptures for me until me and my wife got the phone call that I got a new kidney. But what I love about this ministry, what I love about these leaders as a couple is I love. Well, first off, before I tell you about that, first off, I don't like church foolishness. I don't like church foolishness. You know what I mean? They keep it 100.
Yeah.
They have open hands. They give freely. They sow freely.
Just to add to that, they practice what they preach. They practice what they preach. I'm telling you, they are genuine leaders. I thank God for Bishop. I thank God for Pastor Donnis. I'm talking about pastors who are after God's own heart for real. And they are for real about the things of God. They are for real about the people of God, about their sheep. They absolutely love us. All the testimonies, they pour and they pour and they pour. They pour their personal, personal time, their personal money, whatever it is, they pour into the people of God. They pour into the people of God, and I just thank God for them. They just been a blessing ever since we met them. Like my husband said, a year ago, we came August the 8th. And of course, 8 represents new beginning. So that was our new beginning when we walked through that door that Sunday morning. And we had no idea. We knew their hearts, but we didn't know the extent of how much they love people and they love God.
Awesome. It feels like we're on a talk show, don't it?
Yeah.
Well, we've been here going on 8 years. And the journey into this church, actually, before we came to the church, we met at a award show with Dre. And after that, a pastor in Alabama prophesied that I was going to become a pastor. Because at the time I was doing ministry and music and everything like that. My mind was far from pastoring. So he prophesied, yeah. I said, no, that's not me. So fast forward, got a call from Bishop McCoy, came down, met him, beautiful wife, Pastor Donnis McCoy, met the church, and shortly after that I told my wife, I think this is the place we need to be. And a couple of weeks after that, we joined.
Yeah, so we've been here for 8 years. Since I've been here, I would say when I came, I struggled with who I was. And I would say, I remember the moment our first service and Pastor Donnis walked up to me and she prayed for me. And it was like instantly, I felt like she carried something that I needed. And even still to this day, you know, she's someone that I admire, I look up to, as well as Bishop. This is my boss as well, outside of church. So, and I just love them to death. You guys resemble what a man and woman of God should look like, and should be, and how you guys just
The community is welcoming us, y'all. They blowing horns.
They are ready.
They are ready for us to get here. They have watched this building be empty for 14 years. And so as they are coming by, they blowing horns. We just waving. So I'm sorry, Kim, go ahead.
I don't know what I was.
I do want to add, this is her boss. This is the example of what sewing does. A lot of times you hear about people's testimony and how they got to a place, how they made $1 million or whatnot. It's always a good thing to see the living testimony.
I have been an active member of Hope for Tomorrow for 13 of the 14 years. I have, when I came as a guest speaker.
Yes.
A member that's not even a member anymore invited me to come. And I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta be careful. We have a real church mother that will love on you regardless. And I was changing, and they were actually going over to another side for a larger church. They were moving to a larger church. And I said, well, hold up. I'll walk over there with you, and I'll walk around with you. And I've been walking around ever since with them. This is a ministry that has a heart for the people. They don't just tell you about it, they walk you through it. And their love is real. In 2017, I was in the hospital for 5 months. And this pastor and his wife and the church mother, they not only did they pray for me, they came, even though I didn't know who they were, they walked me through it. They hold my hand. They prayed for me. When I couldn't walk, couldn't talk or anything. And then when I came back to the ministry, they embraced me. I would sit in the back of the church, and this man would get out the pulpit and say, no, you supposed to be right here.
I've been here going on 5 years, and ministry has been a blessing to me tremendously. I have awesome leaders in my life, and they have been pushers for me spiritually and naturally, and I appreciate them so much. They are givers, they are sowers, the sowers of their time, the sowers of their money, the sowers just, the blood, sweat, and tears, and they are givers. They're givers, they have the heart of God. And so, this is here, right here, is good ground. Good ground, good ground, good ground. Yep. I am a tithe payer. I believe in paying my tithes. Yes. I believe in sowing seed. And when you take care of God's house, God will take care of your house. And so also, God has blessed me. Even just the time that I have been here, I've got a new car. It wasn't intentionally.
How long have you been with us?
11 years.
And how old were you when you came?
19.
19? How old are you now?
I'm 30. So I was going to say that my time here has been nothing short of amazing. I actually grew up in the church, but it wasn't until I became a part of Hope for Tomorrow that I learned ministry.
Yeah.
So growing up in the church, I knew what church was, but then Bishop taught me ministry, and I'm thankful for everything that he's poured into me. Even though when it was times where I wasn't working, and I wasn't always able to pay my tithes, but I would sow with my time.
Yes, he would.
And sleepless nights and
early morning
from
Christ Radio,
and being able to stick by somebody and going through the trenches with them, and everyone isn't built for war. So that everyone won't understand what it means to get down and dirty and to be under fire, be under spiritual attack. And I'm thankful, and you know, he's pushed me out of my comfort zone many times. So he knows that, you know, I don't spend money, but he will encourage me to spend money on myself, because he know that I was so into other people before I sold into myself.
Yes.
So how long have I been? So unofficially, I have been attending Hopeful Tomorrow for almost 8 years, and so I've been an official member for 1 year and 7 months.
She dated us for 7 years.
And so I came following the instruction of God, but I came with peace because I already knew, because I've been coming for 7 years, but because of Pastor Donnis, when I met her, she was Elder Donnis, and then she was Pastor Donnis, and now, you know, pretty much I say apostle, you know, she everything. And so because of her, God using her in my life for the last 13 years, she has been consistent. The love is real. It's the love of God. It's not put on. It's not anything false. For the last 13, ever since I first met her at the convention center, I saw her. She looked like an angel, and I asked her then. My first words to her were, "Will you give me directions?" And she smiled. I mean, it was so her spirit inside and out, just absolutely beautiful. And she was standing up on stage. I was looking up, and she smiled, and she just pleasantly and gently gave me the directions. And she's been giving me directions ever since with love. She's been my #1 cheerleader.
Bless you, Bishop and Pastor Donnis. I started to come to the church by way of an accident. The church that I was attending, this was during still during the stages of the pandemic. They were closed because of it. And I recall attempting to come to the church, and one of my friends from where I moved from, she knew about it. And I said, "Lord, I'm all dressed up and I need a place to go because I feel like praising your name." And so he reminded me of Hope for Tomorrow Deliverance Center on 2459 in the road. So I made it my business to get there. And ever since I walked into the doors of the church, Bishop and Pastor, I tell you, I felt the Spirit of the Lord, the presence of the Holy Ghost in there. And ever since then, I haven't left. I've been coming ever since. I'm coming because there is hope and there is deliverance in the place. The Lord is there. He abides within that place. And I thank God because He is going to abide in this place. The miracle on Main Street.
Hi everyone, I'm Cai. I found Hope for Tomorrow and by going to a vocal gladiator class. And I love the fact that we saw First Lady front and center, and Pop was there front and center, and just their interaction with everybody. They were so inviting and transparent. And when I found out they had a men's ministry and a youth ministry, that won me right then. I actually ended up speaking to Pop, Bishop Calvin after service, after the class, and then I spoke to Mom, Pastor Donnis after, and I had to let her know that I would be there the following day, which was that Sunday, and I brought my children and myself when we went, and we had service, and I let them know that, I let Mom know that Saturday that, you know, this is my church. I felt like that she was going to be my spiritual mom, and I was like, I'm new from here, from out of state. I'm from Connecticut, so I moved down here, and I was looking for a church home, just something like the ministry that I was a part of before. It was a prophetic ministry. It was one that was nurturing, involvement. I was very close with my spiritual mother back then, and I felt that same spirit and that same connection with then when I spoke to them and they were like welcoming, they was like, well, yes, bring the kids, come on down. And I've been with them ever since. But
Deacon Shaun, how long you been with us? 8 years. And Shaun, can you tell the people how the ministry has blessed you just being a part?
It all started, I met Momma at my sister's wedding 8 years ago.
Yes.
And when I met McCoy, and
so I can sit here and talk about them. I see the inside, the middle, the in-between, the behind the scenes. I see and hear everything. Things that I don't want to hear, don't want to see, I see it. I do see them, they are givers. They sacrifice on the daily. Sun up, sun down. They get out of their bed. They're always accessible. Even they go without. Even I've seen people mistreat them, talk about them, just do them wrong, and they still continue to push. And that's encouraging. Even outside of relationship, that's still encouraging, because we oftentimes find ourselves in situations, and there are ones that we can say, hey, you know what, they are the example. Even when it comes to just pushing and just going the extra mile, even when they were sick in their body, he had a stroke, with the bad hip, with ankle infections, they still press their way in ministry. And sometimes us as people, we complain, I'm not coming to church, I got a headache, I got a stomach ache. They were preaching and ministering to us, to you all that are watching, and did not complain. They still press their way. So for me, when I feel a way, you know what, they can do it, why can't I?
Yeah.
Jesus did it, why can't I? So they are really leaders after God's own heart.
Come on, Randall. So, Onigh, since you closest to me, Onigh, tell everybody how long you've been here and how the ministry has just changed your life and been a blessing to you, man.
Wow, praise God. I've been here for like a year and like 2 months, but it's just been sharpening me. It's just been blessing me. Pop's just been a real example in my life of what a man is, especially how to operate your household, how to take care of your business, how to treat a woman right, you know, just everything that I ever wanted. I know I found the answer through this man right here. I thank God for him confirming and sharpening the wealth in my life. So he just let me know how wealthy I am, tell me what I have to do, give me creativity. So I'm just real grateful. And, you know, he never let me down. You know, anytime I'm lost or confused, I go to him. God always provided answers. I'm just real grateful. I don't have the words. Thank God.
Love you, man. All right, Meranda. Meranda, how long? You've been here 8 years.
Wow.
Yes, 8 years. And how's the ministry blessed you?
It's blessed me a lot. Coming from one church to another, I didn't know my way, and you guys have pushed me a lot to come out of my calling and seeing my calling and seeing myself as me. So they are very big on pushing, and I love it. And they won't stop. They don't stop. Once they start, forget it. You're gonna do what you gotta do. So yes, it's been a blessing.
Yes, and we're excited. We're excited to see what's getting ready to take off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this church. I'm excited.
Yeah. Paulette.
Yes, sir.
Paulette, y'all. All the way from Memorial Drive. Paulette, how long have you been a part of us?
I've been with Hope for Tomorrow since 2007.
Ooh.
That's like 16 years.
14. Yeah, 14. Since we started.
Since we started.
Yo, you came a little early before we started. She was our daughter. She was my
adopted daughter.
My adopted daughter, and Mama Flo, and that was Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus. But Paulette, you have grown so much.
Yes, you have. Yes.
From where we first. I mean, you are a testimony. I wish Jamal was here. He had to go to work. But you are a testimony of when God sent you to us, and somebody brought you.
Yes, they did.
And they're no longer with us. They passed away, but you've been here ever since.
And I never left. Even when the devil tried.
Tried.
The devil tried to take me away from this church. Well, one thing I can tell you, when you have a praying church that will fight no matter what you go through, and that will stick by your side, you will make it and push through. And I'm telling you, everything that you seem like is in it or lasted is nowhere to found. You have this ministry to push you and keep you living. No matter where you're coming from, you will get to the point where you need to be. And I'm telling you, from where I had started, I am also. When people telling me you can't do it, you ain't gonna have this ministry took me there. I have an apartment in my name. Yeah. My credit score is from 530 to 700. I have a car that I pay to note every month that and nobody said, oh, you ain't gonna keep it up, but I got a car. I pay my own bills. Also, let me tell you, I was so drowned into a last minute that I ain't think I would never done. I was behind on a bill for $4,000 in a month. Did you know I got those bills down, got my car note, and I'm still smoothing, but also I got moved up as a manager / bartender at my own store. So when I tell you that God is doing something magnificent no matter what situation, I'm in a situation now. But look at me now, I'm still standing. You can talk about me, you can put it down, but God will put you in a ministry that you need to lift you up. So if you out there and you need a ministry, hook up Hope for Tomorrow, send out your money, donation. I'm telling you, you have a donation that you need to do. It's called Mama Flo, where that flyer at? Mama Flo! Hold on, where that flyer? We live. Don't stop. Hope for Tomorrow. Come on, help me, ministry. 2007.
When I was sitting in my car, we gonna get some sprayer. When I tell you the Lord, Hope for Tomorrow. How I met Hope for Tomorrow is from a funeral. But the love that they give in the screen, you can feel it. I went to my car, and some say, go to her. Y'all know me, I was nah. But when I went to Miss Mona, I said, come on and join us. She said, Pastor, yeah, come on and join us. So when she was sitting there, her daughter called. I said, you can go if you have to go. She said, no, my daughter needs to be right here. Wow. So Hope for Tomorrow help. It's just the love bond that they have. It's the gift, it's the spirit. I mean, she was in her car way over there, and she felt that she needs to be here with us live on Miracle on Main Street.
God is so good. I've been with Bishop since day one. Day one. Started, he had a vision, and him and Mom started in the church by themselves. And my mom just said, we're going to go to church. So I said, nobody's there, but they were going. and this is now that you're seeing is the ministry, and it's still growing. The ministry has blessed me over the years. For one, I've been able to be consistent because of Bishop. Bishop's been consistent from day one, which has made me accountable to be consistent. And so therefore, and I've been able to start my business and go full time for 2 years. See, I tithe. See, that nobody don't know, but I tithe. I said my tithe is Hope for Tomorrow 2007. Okay? So I put in this ministry as well because I believe in this ministry. I believe in this family. This is my family as well. And I'm excited. I'm very excited that we are going. And I am officially the new media, over the media department.
I wanted those who are here to come because we want to just compel you to sow. We have been a church that has been givers and pushers and dream pushers. And everyone here, everyone apart, everyone standing has been a part of that growth. And so we just ask, we ask you all, and we don't ask, we are compelling you to sow your seed today. There are many ways for you to give. You can cash out. $ Hope for Tomorrow 2007. That's Hope Hope for Tomorrow 2007. You can also sow by Giveify and just look for Hope for Tomorrow. If you want to Zelle it is under our email address, finance@hftdc.com. And listen, if you want to wire it, email us at finance@hftdc.com. And you can even find us on GoFundMe under Hope for Tomorrow. Listen, we have done well. We have already raised $154,000. So we are $110,000 short of our goal. And we know that God wouldn't get us all the way here and fail us. And so we are looking for you all to sow, for you all to give, for you all to, we are compelling you that the Lord will bless you for your seed. Yes. We are good ground. Yes. We are great ground. We are great ground. We're not just producing it in the earth, we are producing it in lives. People are benefiting from it. God gave us a whole staffing agency to make sure that we can employ Georgia, to make sure that we can help everyone in every area of their life. And so we need you to help us to continue to change this community. Be a part. My wife is here. Baby, you got anything you want to say?
Oh man, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so into the ministry. God says give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together. Men shall give into your bosom. God is going to bless you as you bless us. And just to know that we are here for the community, just to be a blessing for this area, knowing that souls are going to be saved. I'm ready for the prayer revivals. I'm ready for revival all together. God is going to do great and marvelous things in this community. Souls are going to be saved. There's going to be deliverance. There's going to be healing. There's going to be breakthrough. There's going to be feeding the hungry. I mean, everything for our youth. You heard about the gym and the programs that's coming. God has got great things in store, and I'm just excited about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to share, even as we go off. Continue to share. Continue to sow until we have to come back and say that's enough, stop giving. But we bless the Lord for you guys. Love you.
Share.